What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. NBA trade season. It's beginning and we're still in the finals. And I'm going to be honest, we got a banger going on in the Magic and the Grizzlies making a deal together for Desmond Bane and a bunch of other stuff. Let's talk about the trade. I'm going to be honest. I think it's a great trade for both teams. I think if you're the Grizzlies, you got a ton in return for Desmond Bane. You got a lot of first-round picks. Obviously, you get a tradable contract in KCP. You get Cole Anthony, who can play off the bench if he even plays for you, and then you have a pick swap. So if you're the Grizzlies, you're like, all right, cool. Like, we saw kind of what this team could do. Like, it kind of maxed out at its construction. They're kind of fire sailing some things out. They fired the coach. Now they're trading Desmond Bane. They're definitely reworking a lot of that franchise. So trading Desmond Bane and getting 4 first-round picks, a couple rotation players, and a pick swap is a good deal. I think it's a very good deal. I love this for the Grizzlies. I also love this for the Magic because the Magic sorely needed a third scoring option and somebody that can space the floor. They were kind of hoping that KCP would be the guy that could space the floor, and it just never really happened at all last season. Bane, he's not a great defender, but he's definitely adequate. He just has a wingspan issue. But there's not too many guys that are going to shoot, 40% from three, damn near 50% from the field, and like 90 from the line. Bane's one of them. He fills a very significant need, and he can also create for others. He's not a natural point guard like a Trae Young or somebody that's been mocked to go to the Magic, but he can space the floor. He can create for others. He's going to alleviate some pressure off of Paolo and Franz, and then have to give up either of those guys to get him. So ultimately, I love the fit. I think the fit is really good because you have somebody that Bane can play defense. He's really good in transition. He's going to space the floor. He's going to be able to create an open look, which that is just sorely what they needed, is somebody else to draw attention of opposing defenses. So I love this. I love his fit with Paolo and Franz. I think that makes a lot of sense. He slides in as your 2 guard. You have Franz as a 3, Paolo as the 4, and then probably Suggs at the 1. And ultimately, this gives Anthony Black off the bench a chance to be like a legit starting caliber player, because there's a lot of promise with him, but definitely being that 6th man day in, night out. That's kind of what they can expect from him, and it'll be interesting to see if he takes advantage of that. But Desmond Bane to the Magic is a good move. It's a really good move, and a lot of people are saying holy overpay, and it's like, well, Bridges got traded for 6 first-round picks, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Mikal Bridges is better than Desmond Bane. I just don't. So if we're looking apples to apples, I think the Magic got a good deal out of this. They paid a hefty price, that's for sure, which is good for the Grizzlies. But you're not going to get guys like this for scraps. It's a 26-year-old growing 3-and-D. Well, I'm not going to say 3-and-D with Bane, but like the 3-option scorer. There's a lot of good stuff with Desmond Bane, and there's a lot of people that are just saying this is a horrible deal for the Magic. I don't see it, because if you're looking at it from the Magic's perspective, you're thinking those picks that you just traded away are going to be late 20s, mid to late 20s. You're thinking this is going to be a chance to put you into that conference finals and maybe make some magic happen. Paolo grows, Black gets better, Franz develops a little bit more. Like there's some things that the Magic are banking on, and lottery picks ain't one of them. So I think trading those picks, it makes sense. It makes sense if that's what your vision was, and if you think this is the move that's going to put you into that contention. And I think it very well could. Obviously, there's still a large part of the offseason, pretty much everything left to go. But yeah, if I'm the Magic, I'm thinking, okay, cool. I traded 4 picks. I got a pick swap, so I didn't even lose the 5th pick. And I got a couple guys off my team. Like Cole Anthony played some valuable minutes for him, but like KCP was a dud pretty much all year. So we got some guys off the team that really weren't hitting the way we wanted them to. And we brought in a hitter. They brought in a big hitter in Desmond Bane. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun for the Magic because he checks every box that they needed. Somebody else that can create, check. Somebody that can space the floor, check. Somebody that brings a little bit of defensive attitude, check. He fits the mold of what that team already has while adding to it. They don't really have anybody like Desmond Bane on their roster, so it makes sense to me. I love this trade for the Magic. I really like it for the Grizzlies because you're stocking up on picks, and we'll see what happens with the rest of the Grizzlies, whether they just go full-blown fire sale. And, there's names like John Moran, Jaren Jackson Jr., and so forth that could all very well be attainable if the Grizzlies are selling. But I don't know if that's the case. I think the Grizzlies might have just said, I think we're capped out with what this team can do. and then let's just get some picks, see if we can add some young talent, which they've done really good in drafting in the past few years. So for a franchise like them, the scouting department, they probably have a lot of confidence that they're going to hit on those picks. Desmond Bane was a late first-round pick. So I think for the Grizzlies, it makes sense for them. It makes a lot of sense for the Magic. Both teams, to me, this is before anything's been done. This is a win-win for both sides, and I think it just makes sense. I think it's fair. I think the Magic paid a good price. The Grizzlies got a good price. Both teams should be leaving this situation pretty happy with what they got. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you like this move for the Grizzlies or for the Magic. I've been on this Magic bandwagon for a long time. I think they're one of those teams that is like scratching the surface for what they can be. And I think adding Desmond Bane definitely puts them in a lot better position than they finished the season in. And if you're the Grizzlies, it's going to be a newer feel to their team. The team is so much different than it was a couple of years ago. We'll see what happens with them, but at minimum, you got a bunch of first-round picks that could be great. They could be mid, but if you draft well, it doesn't really matter. So I think it's going to be really fair. I like it for both sides. That's just kind of how I'm taking this. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Please like the video. I appreciate you for watching. Let me know in the comments who won the trade. What do you like the most? I think it's a great trade overall. So I'm done. Peace.